Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Talk That Talk Radio Show, hosted by FMF Radio. Good morning, everyday Eli.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, good morning. Got Tony Ducks joining us as well. All right, we in there. All right. So, what we got going on today, Ducks?
All right, good morning, everybody. So if you want Eastern Standard Time, it's early. If you want Pacific Time, it's even earlier. But just want to say good morning. Welcome to our morning show. We was doing it a little earlier today. We got some things scheduled in real life for today, so we had to start the morning show a little earlier to make sure we gave it to y'all. But today we got our usual Sunday morning bracket. Some Sunday morning brackets and some Sunday morning music. And today's bracket is about getting your black card revoked. So we're going to talk about some things that would, get your black card taken away in the black community, different things that you can do wrong where people would be like, let me get your black card for that. And then we're going to figure out what's going to be the most offensive thing to the black community that will get your black card revoked. And we will see who went it out for our championship bracket this morning.
Let's get it. All right, we're going to start off with some joints to wake everybody up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Talk That Talk Radio. All right, man, beautiful morning. What could get your black card revoked? That's what we're talking about today.
So we on.
Man, and we started off with a Kanye song, and I was just thinking, like, he's definitely ran through the gamut of a number of things that could probably get your card taken. But yeah,
Facts.
yeah, I do believe what you said. We got a disclaimer in the chat. The show is just for entertainment. Yeah, black card cannot be revoked. We are not a monolith.
I just don't want anybody crying later.
Oh snap!
That's this show is for. It's for people getting their feelings.
That's it. Talk that talk.
And come back next week. They hear it again.
Oh man! All right, y'all ready to throw some stuff out there? Like,
Yeah, I already got one in mind on my mind that I've been waiting to say.
oh, you got something on your chest. All right, go ahead. Let's see.
Nah, I mean, like when we came up with the topic, the first thing that I thought of was like, since it's about to be Labor Day, it's about to be cookouts. There's gonna be some black cookouts. You know, they're gonna be playing spades. And if you don't know how to play spades, I think that your black card should be revoked because that's like, the number one black card game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that should be on the list. I don't know where it rank on the list, but I feel it at least should be on the list.
That's definitely on the list. Dang, that was gonna be one of mine too. So that's crazy. I think
That's such a small thing in the community.
I think it's pretty big deal.
Yeah, right. I think it's a pretty big deal too.
It's a pretty big deal. And the thing is, like the people that don't know how to play it, they ask like, well, where'd you learn? And I'm like, I don't even remember. It's like you just kind of like learning through osmosis. You know what I mean? Like just being around people. So I don't know. That one's like a little black mystery too. It's like
it's one of those things where if you don't know, that means the community failed you.
Right.
Is that true, or you ain't been around the community enough?
No, that means the community failed you.
You weren't paying attention.
Right.
No.
Mm-hmm. One of those things you didn't care to learn.
Nobody
like, you want to play spades? how important is spades really? And then you go to a HBCU, and you see somebody in the party playing spades at the table, and you like, then you know how to play? Nah, I don't know how to play, but I'll watch. I'll watch for sure, though. I'll watch. That's the worst feeling, watching people play when you got to sit on the sidelines because you don't know how to play. You can't get no team together. You don't know how I feel to steal books. You don't know how I feel to throw a card down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. At the HBCU, somebody got to take you to the side and teach you. They can't just snatch your card up off you.
No, I think by the time you got to college, you should have learned.
By the time you got there, that's like a prerequisite. Like, especially at HBCU, like
right.
Well, I have firsthand knowledge of the experience of not learning spades until I got to college.
Dang. That's all. We got late bloomers all the time. It's all good. At least you got there. At least you got there.
Congratulations, you earned your black card in college. Because if you know how to play,
get into the school though.
They recruit new members all the time. It's all good.
I had already been there for 2 years.
Dang, that's insane. It took you your junior year to get to be a black person at an HBCU. That's a shame.
So I was gonna say playing spades too, but like also there's dominoes, but I don't feel like we need both games on there. Which one is more important, dominoes or spades?
Spades.
Definitely spades, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people play different games with dominoes and they call it bones. You know what I'm saying? It's bones.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I probably got my car revoked for that. So not saying bones.
They get it back at the end of the show.
Oh man. Be reprimanded after the show. Look. Yeah. Well, definitely for people who don't call it bones, just using the dominoes and all different ways. Yeah. I feel like that's another level to your blackness. But definitely spades is like the entry level, and then dominoes. If you know dominoes, you like got your black card express. Like you got the
gold card.
The gold. Yeah. All right. Well, what else? After playing spades, then? What else would it be? I had. I think if you wear like certain J's, I think
Jordans, like Team Jordans.
Yeah, like if you're wearing the ones that they experimenting on, I feel like you can get your black card revoked for that one. Like
I think that's a kid. That's only for children though. Like,
yeah, it don't really matter, right?
Yeah, once we grow up, like it is what it is. I see plenty of people with Team Jordans on that they just don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you're a sneakerhead, you really wouldn't know because it say Jordan, so you think it's just Jordan. But
you would know it's not in the original lineup though. Like so, it's like it got the logo on it, but it's not like
right. I don't know. We can talk about this now.
I got one for y'all.
All right, let's hear it.
Not knowing the electric slide.
That is something to get your car revoked. Okay.
That's like base level.
The electric slide or the bus stop. Heard some folks call it the bus stop. The wobble.
You got to do something. Cupid shuffle if you don't know how to do the electric slide.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are putting the other levels to it. Like the electric slide is like the very level one.
Yeah.
Like you have to do that first, and then we can upgrade you to all these other dances.
Right. You got all these other packages over here. You got,
Exactly.
I do want to mention this though. I do want to make sure I mention this. It says Google has, it says, according to Google, having your black card revoked means a black person has made black people look bad in some way or done something that is stereotypical, not black. So that's basically what we going off of, and it's all in fun and games, like we said in the chat. It's all in fun and games.
Yeah. No harm is meant.
Right.
Well,
I got another one for y'all.
you said what?
I got another one for y'all.
What we got?
And this might just pertain to women. I know it's a burden some Black women carry. Not being able to know how to braid hair.
Oh my God, that's
It's
gonna
serious
ruffle
problem.
some.
See, I wouldn't know anything about that. I wouldn't know nothing about braiding hair.
In the Black women sub community, it's an issue that we're dealing with. It's making sure everybody knows how to braid hair.
Wow. That is. Yo, that's a tough one, yo. I feel like that might be a real issue right now. Dang, not being able to bring in. Okay.
Look, I know a good one for me is like when you're trying to like say like like quotes from like some of the top Black cultural movies, like Friday or something like that, and like you'll say a line from that, and then the person like, I never seen Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like not seeing certain staple movies in the Black community, or you know what I mean? I feel like stuff like that, like that should get your Black card taken.
I don't understand why you keep inviting me onto your show and then you always like to come for my neck. Like this seems real personal with you.
Listen. I'm not coming for nobody. I'm just saying this is just
definitely shooting shots. Like, I don't know what's up with that.
Anyway, good morning, Blue Phoenix. She said she got 4 sisters and only one of them can't braid hair. Ain't that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Take the card and shred it.
1 out of 4 sisters today will not know how. Find help.
Maybe she just didn't want to learn,
For a whole camp about how to braid hair.
Look, it's that is something you got to learn. Like either, well, I don't know. Like how will women will learn from that? Like, could most of them go to like certain schools to get like hair knowledge? I guess. And
no, you probably balls at home with your mama.
Oh, okay.
You got some sisters that'll teach you.
Dang, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one tripped me out. I think that one's serious. That one's near and dear to my heart. All right. Dux, I think you had mentioned about cookouts earlier. What do you think about somebody bringing like the wrong thing to the cookout? Like, I don't know, like some potato salad with raisins in it or something like that. I don't know, like something that they know they should not have brought to the cookout. Like, just don't even match with anything else.
All right. Like, I remember I had ate somebody food one time. They had like, it was like breaded macaroni. Like, I don't know. It had like bread on the top of it. Like, I don't know. It was just, it was like it gave it a crunch, to the cheesy, but I'm not like really used to having like a crunch in my macaroni. You feel me? Like, so I understand what you're saying, like raisins and potato salad, all that kind of crazy stuff. Wrong cookout food. Do you think we should lump that in with just like Black people not liking specific type of foods? Like, because not all Black people like stuff like I don't really like potato salad. Like, so people might be like, "Oh, you don't like potato salad?" You know what I'm saying?
It's not just potato salad. It's just the wrong combination. Like, this ain't a Black recipe at all. You know what I mean? Like, because I get it. Like, everybody got their preference, but like, this is like you brought.
Maybe the Black person was just trying to be adventurous, expose people to new tastes. Why don't we say like Black people who hate like soul food, like traditional Black soul food dishes?
Not liking soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said not knowing how to make grits. That's a good one.
Like bringing a pumpkin pie instead of a sweet potato pie. Like those type of things. Like pumpkin.
I mean, like you don't like collard greens. You don't like smothered, pork chops. You don't like, yams.
Well, I think it's a lot of people in the black community about the pork stuff, but the other foods I definitely agree with. How about well, I guess it might be an age thing, like Kool-Aid, like making Kool-Aid and then like, you know, how red ain't never had no flavor. It was just red Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that a black thing? Like not knowing how to make Kool-Aid at least? Or should we just lump that in with food?
I don't know. Is that considered soul food? Kool-Aid's like a staple.
No.
You don't think Kool-Aid is a staple?
I've never been. No, I think Kool-Aid is a staple, but like I've never been to a soul food restaurant and they're like, "What'd you like to drink?" We have Kool-Aid. I don't think they go together.
What? I can't even tell you how many times I had Kool-Aid with my dinner. But
At a restaurant?
You got to get the measurements right. So maybe it's not putting in enough sugar,
right?
Or maybe it's you measuring in general. Like, why are you measuring? Just pour the sugar.
Let me ask how y'all make Kool-Aid. How y'all
make that specific piece. Why are you measuring? Just pour the sugar.
Let the ancestors guide you. They'll let you know when to stop.
Yeah, you can't measure Kool-Aid. But how do you make it? Do you do packets, water, sugar, or do you do sugar, water, packets? How do you make your Kool-Aid? Like what's the correct order for making a Kool-Aid?
For me, I think I did it. I did water first, then the packet.
And the sugar, yeah.
You had the sugar last.
Y'all messed it up. No, because
you can't put the sugar first. I was gonna get stuck and all goopy at the bottom.
No, you put the flavor in first. You put the flavor in first with a little bit of sugar just to kind of get it started up. Then you put the water in there, and then you add sugar as needed.
No. You never start off with powdered things. You always start out with the liquid.
Yeah, because then you're gonna get clumps and all kind of stuff or whatever. Unless
y'all don't know how to mix it, man. Listen, man, you gotta stir that thing.
Telling you that you're wrong, so maybe you're wrong.
You said what?
It says two of us telling you that you're wrong, so maybe you're the one that's wrong.
Hey, well, maybe I'm the only one that got a black card on here. We don't know. We don't know.
We're gonna find out today.
We're gonna find out. And you're the only one with a black card on.
Hold on, let's check the chat. So Blue Phoenix is saying that you do 1 inch hot water to melt the sugar, and you won't get no clumps.
She said water first. See,
we always put the Kool-Aid in first.
I do remember hot water. Dang, it's been a minute since I made Kool-Aid. So
yeah, it has been a minute though. But if I recall correctly,
you're not recalling correctly.
Okay.
Blue Phoenix said her black card is titanium. I heard that.
No, that's right.
When they start making them in titanium, that's new. Let me know.
She a level above you. She a level above you.
I thought I had the platinum. I didn't even know they had that.
That's another level. She wasn't even supposed to mention that. We lucky.
That's a secret?
Yeah.
So by the end of the show, she gonna be at diamond. Diamond status. Nah, but
so we adding Kool-Aid, like how you preparing Kool-Aid a certain way?
We ain't gotta add. I guess we can mix that in with foods then, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can mix that in with foods.
Chat, while we're trying to come up with some more ideas, y'all have anything to add to this list?
Yeah, so far we got not knowing how to play spades, not knowing the electric slide, not being able to braid hair. Sad about that one. Not seeing any of the black classic movies. And then not liking soul food.
How about?
I got one.
What's up?
I don't know what the equivalent is for men, so y'all let me know. But not owning a bonnet for women.
Not owning a bonnet. Ooh, okay. Not owning a bonnet or do-rag. Like you ain't got no way.
Yes.
All right. Nothing to cover your head when you sleep.
Yeah.
Nothing at night. Weird.
You ain't got no washcloths in your house. Ooh, no wash.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Boy, where your washcloths at? Just use the soap. Nah, let me get that. Where your black card at? I'm gonna take that with me when I leave here. No, sir. Can't have people come over your house. You ain't got no rags to bathe with. Let me see.
This is very like, time specific, but if there was like one show that like every Black person should have seen, what do y'all think it would be? I'm gonna go ahead and put up like if you've never ever seen like across the board like Fresh Prince like in your whole life, then we may need to take your card.
No, that's got to be it because even my nephews, they've seen Fresh Prince. Like they
Exactly.
know.
Like, I feel like that covers the whole spectrum.
Fresh Prince will be another one. Like, so like if you haven't seen like certain shows, they like kind of instigate culture. Let me see.
What about if you don't know the Black National Anthem?
Whew,
Okay. All right.
Yes, put that.
All right. What if you just know the melody? Like you good? Like like kind of the cadence, but you like mess the words up. You good? Or
I feel like Beyonce just retaught everybody.
I think you can get a pass with the.
I don't know.
I think you can get a pass. I think you can get a pass with that.
okay, cool.
It took me a while to learn the regular national anthem. So you know what I'm saying?
But you should learn the Black national anthem before the regular national anthem.
But at school, when I was a kid at school, we used to have to, in the morning times when we got into our class, like the PA system used to come over. We used to have to stand up, put our hand over our heart, and say the national anthem, like in elementary school.
Yeah,
so my mama didn't sing the national Black anthem at the house. I had to learn that later on in like middle school, high school. You know what I'm saying? But I learned that first.
Yeah, at home.
What'd you say about my childhood growing up? Sorry, I missed that part. What'd you say about my mama?
Blackness. My mother taught me at home.
Okay. Listen. Well, that's good. She taught you the Negro national anthem. That's very nice.
Yeah, and then and that's fine too. But
if you know it, you know it. As long as you know it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you know it.
Yeah.
How many away from the top 8?
Ooh, all right. So I think we got one more. So we got Plain Spades, Electric Slide, Braiding Hair, not seeing classic Black movies, not liking soul food, not wearing your head wraps at night, not knowing the Black national anthem, and we got one more. What we think? What's like the most important one?
Just like, I don't know if y'all want to keep it light or not, but just like actively speaking out against Black people.
Actively speaking out.
Like not just like, oh, somebody messed up, but I mean like, these Blacks are a problem, like type of talk.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like that will win out. If you say something bad about, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's certain Black people in the community that you shouldn't be talking bad about. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like certain Black people in the community, like, no matter what they did, we're going to be like, yeah, but they also did this for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what they did, we always going to have an excuse why they still at the top.
Okay, I got you. So not defending the Black elites.
Yeah.
Like you got some, like, there's certain people who got,
like Beyonce can do no wrong. You know, no matter what she do, no matter what she do, the Beehive gonna come for you and they gonna prove to you why you wrong and that Beyonce was right. You feel me? Like
this is true.
some people can't do no wrong.
That's true. I'm glad you said it because I don't want them coming for me. So I'm glad you're the one that said it because
I ain't got no problem. I
ain't got
I
no
don't
smoke.
know. I don't feel like we should attach it to a person because we've had to throw people away that were technically Black elite. When we found out they was on some other stuff.
That is true. It's a tricky thing, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, right or wrong and stuff. Like they made it and they
I'm talking
represent
more about like a Candace Owens. It's like y'all blacks can't get nothing right. Type of talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would we call it? How are we gonna describe that one?
I don't know, but I feel like that's gonna be at the top of the list, no matter
Okay,
what.
so you're saying like that trumps everything, so leave it off the list.
Yeah, you can't be talking bad about black people. You get your black card taken. Everybody should agree with that. Like some of this stuff is like on the list. I don't think is up to that level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can't play spades. Oh, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Eat this. You don't like this movie, but you talking bad about, you know what I'm saying? And oh wait, when Obama got elected, if you was talking bad about him before he did anything, boy, you was gonna have to see me. Like I was upset about that. Like, don't say nothing about no Obama. He just got in here. Don't say nothing about no Obama. I mean, like
That's
when people are like, well, what about Obama ain't do this? Well, I don't care. Don't talk about Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better not say nothing about no Obama, boy.
That's it.
Like, that's how I was feeling. So, but yeah. It was serious. Oh wait, boy, you better not say nothing about no Obama. We was driving hard for Obama in 08.
We had that Jeezy pumping and everything, man.
Yeah.
Man.
A lot of people died down. A lot of people
on the
died
list.
down.
Like, you did not ride for Obama in 08. Your black cop got revoked.
Like, don't let us find out that you ain't vote for Obama in 08. Boy, you voted for what? Boy, let me get that black card. And don't come to my house no more, because I don't know what's wrong. You don't like black people.
Yeah, like, what was you on?
Right, you low-key racist.
Low-key racist.
And you black.
All right.
I don't know. Both of y'all seen Roots?
Yeah.
Maybe that should be one.
That might go with cause we already got Not Seeing Classic. We got that on. So I could follow
okay.
that.
All right.
What's another one, yo? Like I don't know. I mean, we have some music on here that, you know, if you haven't heard in some form, and these songs are like kind of tied to a certain time period in your black upbringing, like your mom waking you up cleaning the house and she got this music playing, you know what I mean? And there's certain songs that will play. You know what I mean? If you didn't wake up hearing that song, then, you know, it's in question. Certain songs, if you in the club and they play it and you don't know the dance to it. But I don't know, I feel like that's covered already in some of the joints that we already said, so. All right. Struggling to figure out this last one, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blue Phoenix, not knowing the two MJs. That should be Jackson and Jordan, right?
Yeah. I guess that's a good one.
Not knowing the two.
That's gonna give everybody their card.
What, not knowing Michael Jackson? Yeah, for sure. Let's take a quick song real quick. Let us try to regroup our minds and come back then. I know how many we missing? Just one or two?
Just one, right?
Just one. Okay. Wow. I thought this was gonna be so easy because I could think, but then when we started the show, like everything that I had on my mind, I had a whole list. I can't even think of it right now.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick music break and then you know, chat. Let us know, man. Let us know if we're missing out on something that should be important for.
What about you? You ain't got no rhythm.
You ain't got no rhythm. Oh,
no rhythm.
Dance. Okay, so can't dance. Cause you embarrassing us on that dance floor, yo. Like,
Yeah.
like
Get your tail about it. Yo, you know the funniest video? When y'all get a chance after the show, go look up Shannon Sharp doing the electric slide. Oh my gosh. I was like, boy, they had the comments was like he looked like a 40-year-old white woman doing the electric slide around all of those black people. Y'all got to see him. Yeah, he was looking so wild. But I'm like, yo, I was embarrassed. I love Shannon Sharp. But I was embarrassed when I saw him doing that. I was like, oh my goodness. And somebody recorded him. Oh my goodness. But what y'all think of that one?
I think that's probably a good one, having no rhythm. Cause we already got not knowing the electric slide, which I feel like goes with dancing, but that just means not knowing the dance, but not having any rhythms like keep up with certain things that require rhythm, like you clapping on the 2 and it's supposed to be 4 or something like that, you know what I mean? So those things could definitely get it revoked.
Yeah, you can put that on the list.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. All right, dope. Do we still need to go to a music break, or y'all ready to start putting these together? Like,
I'm ready if y'all ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so what we got playing spades, not knowing how to play spades, not knowing the electric slide or not knowing any of the black dances she do at functions, not being able to braid hair, not seeing or knowing any of the black classic movies, not liking soul food, not wearing your head wrap at night, not knowing the black national anthem, and having no rhythm. What do we want to go against each other for this first round?
I think we should do the electric slide versus having no rhythm.
Okay, so it's like,
which one is more important?
You can dance, but you never took the time to learn the dances that are important to the community.
Okay. Exactly.
Like you just turning
your back. Disrespectful.
Yeah, that's mad disrespectful. All right. All right, so we'll move that with that. That's a good
one. Maybe we should put the not liking soul food with the I don't know. Maybe playing spades. Maybe not liking soul food and playing spades, and then not being able to braid hair with wearing your bonnet at night, and then the black national anthem versus not seeing black classic movies. Or you think that's too heavy for the first rounds?
You want to put which one we putting against national anthem?
National anthem versus not seeing the black classic movies.
Okay. No, we can do that.
Yeah, playing spades versus the soul food, and then the not wearing your bonnet at night versus not being able to braid hair. Which one is more important?
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm with that.
For that last one, I'm gonna say not wearing your bonnet at night over not being able to braid hair. I feel like I don't know. I really wouldn't know anything about the braiding hair part of it because I'm not a female, but like I feel like just from the man's perspective, like having a do-rag, tying your do-rag down, like knowing how to tie your do-rag down, like I feel like that's more important than, to me, just because it's a man thing, over braiding your hair.
We're not just talking about personal, we're talking about for the community.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't know nothing about that. Like, I really wouldn't. I know my kids, they wear a bonnet, you know what I'm saying, before they go to sleep. My daughters do. But I don't know. Is that really more important than not being able to braid?
You want to take all the hair braiders away? You be okay with that?
Yeah, cause I'm thinking like,
no, I mean, But you want to take all the bonnets? You want to take the bonnets away? And what's the point of getting your hair braided if by the second night it's gonna be messed up?
Are we into the bracket now? Like, I feel like you started.
We're into the bracket. Yeah,
we just started.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know. I mean, like, imagine you don't got nobody around you immediately that can braid hair. Like, you gotta outsource. You know what I mean? Like, you can't.
Well, you gotta outsource too.
You gotta outsource to whoever in your community, and if you're not in like
Indians braid.
That's what I'm saying. You won't have to go outside your community to braid their hair. I've had
you braids.
The Indian people know how to braid.
Nah.
Where you figured that? Like
what? I went to high school. My high school was like 40% Indian. They all had like braids. Some of them would come in with
Indians, or are you talking about Native American?
Oh yeah, you're talking about Native American, bro. All right.
Hold on. What's the difference? I guess
Indians are from India.
Okay, yeah. Native Americans then.
Yeah, when you say Indian, I immediately went to India, and I was like, nah, they.
I'm like, what? I've never seen that.
Man, I'm talking about Cherokee, Navajo. You know what I'm talking about? What y'all talking about?
It's native.
All right, well, look, see, that's how I know I got my black card. Y'all too politically correct. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Y'all understand geography?
Y'all talking like Samantha and Robert. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen.
Nah, you calling people that been here Indians.
Exactly. The wrong name.
Look.
Indigenous. Original.
I'm thinking about people from India.
Exactly.
Okay. Native American definitely can. Yeah, that's fine. I'm talking about you got to outsource, meaning like you don't got no sisters, no mama, no lady that's near you that can braid your hair. So you gotta find like an actual salon to do it. Like, I feel like even that or whatever, that's a stretch or whatever. So imagine you not having to do that, but you know, you got your bonnet. I feel like you got your bonnet on your hair wrap or your do-rag, whatever you want to call it. You got that, but all you doing is just protecting your hair and stuff, whatever. But if but you're not gonna go out, like, you know, that's a big deal too. Like going outside with your hair wraps on and stuff, whatever. Like that was a big deal a few years ago and stuff, whatever. So a lot of people weren't feeling that. But would you go out and you had the fro, you ain't had nobody to braid your hair? I feel like that would be more important because they like go with your outfit. Like, you know, most times or whatever. That's part of your fit, your character and stuff, whatever. Like, you got your hair done. If you don't got nobody immediately that can do that, or if you're not the person that can do that to help somebody do it, I feel like that's an important thing, probably more than actually having the hair wraps to protect it. Because you could sleep the right way and protect your hair. I think, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta sleep a certain way. It might be
sleep on your wrist.
Yeah, it'll last like the next 2 days, I think. But yeah, I'm on the side of not being able to braid your hair. I feel like that would definitely get your car revoked in my book. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like I'm leaning more towards that too, especially as a mother. That's a skill that I feel like Black moms have to have, especially if you have little girls. You need to know how to braid hair. I don't know how you can go on vacation if you don't know how to get your hair braided or how to braid hair. I feel like it's important.
What's up with that? Why all Black girls go on vacation with braids? I want to know.
Because it's easy. It's easy to keep up with, and you don't have to worry about your hair.
Yeah, it's a protective.
Boy, you go anywhere. You know, you go out in the country, you see black people, the women got their hair braided up. Like, why they always got their hair? I always wonder why they always got their hair braided every time they go on vacation or something.
They want to get in the water. They don't want to have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's the travel. Like, you got to get on a plane. You got to sleep in different places that you.
Exactly.
Like, it's
you don't want to wake up every morning having to do your hair.
Well, like I said, thank goodness for my wife, because my daughters would be in trouble.
There's plenty of Black fathers on YouTube learning how to braid hair.
Yeah, I would have to learn. I don't know it already. I would have to learn, but in the
So
meantime,
you want to vote for bonnets because your black card will be taken.
well, in the meantime, since I don't, while I'm learning how to braid hair, I'm gonna send them to the Native Americans because they can braid pretty good.
I don't think I've ever heard that ever in life. I'm gonna send them to the Native Americans.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling y'all, they can braid, for real. Like
That's
in high school, they used to be doing people hair, braiding people hair in class, like for real, y'all. Don't sleep on them Native Americans now. They can braid for real.
I believe it. Dang. Okay, so which one we moving forward? What the chat saying?
Yeah, I lost. Everybody said the braid hair. I lost. So we can move on with that. I'm cool with that. Like I said, I really wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? My kids would rock rough and stuff with their Afro pups. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was, it's up to me. But I'm gonna learn one day. I'm gonna learn one of these days. I look. Don't downgrade my black card. I'm still platinum, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Take a couple points off your card.
Cool. Y'all take a couple points. I'm still a platinum member.
Nah, I think you good because you got somebody in your household that can braid. So like you got it through that, by association.
Okay, that's what's up.
Everybody ain't able. All right. What's the next one we doing? Not liking soul food versus playing spades.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, huh? Which
somebody else got to take this one first. I need to hear some reasons.
All right.
I feel like in my soul I want to say the food, but I know like in our community, spades is such like a hot button, like immediate card revoked situation that I think I have to go with spades.
Yeah.
Like people have such a visceral reaction if they find out that you don't know how to play spades.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I don't know,
man. You said what?
It's important.
I believe so.
It's important.
And I think with soul food, like we grow up with soul food, and then a lot of times, like I'm seeing a lot of people, especially out here in Dallas, like they, everybody's on like the not eating pork type thing, like reducing certain things or whatever. So a lot of people grow up on soul food, but a lot of people are also taking that away. Not, they're not getting into all the stuff that we used to get into, and with high blood pressure and all kind of stuff, whatever. It's like watching the movie Soul Food. I think Fonse from Little Brother like described it perfectly. It's like, we all mourn Big Mama's passing, and then we went back to the family dinner to eat the same thing that kind of took her out. You know what I mean? So it was kind of a little cycle in there or whatever. So a lot of people kind of moved away from traditional soul food and like bringing in some more, veggies and plants and things like that and stuff or whatever. But so not liking soul food can be a thing. You can still have your black card. I think being healthy is more a black thing nowadays. But definitely playing spades, if you don't know how to do that, like you getting ridiculed some kind of way. And so people will not let it go. Like it'd be months later and stuff. It'd be like, oh, Ray? Oh yeah, man. He ain't, nah. Or if you playing spades and you end up reneging a lot and stuff or whatever, that's still like you might jump in the game, but if you messing up, like you cutting at the wrong time and stuff, that's considered not knowing how to play spades, and they will talk about you. But don't.
You didn't say you have to play well. That's not fair.
And didn't we lump all of the food stuff in together? Not just not liking like specific type of food, but not bringing the right foods, not cooking it right. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Didn't we lump all of that into one thing?
Not cooking it. Yeah, we kind of did. I think we did that.
Okay. For me, so what you go with? You went with spades?
I'm going with spades on this one, yeah.
for me, it's soul food. I hear what you're saying about the health and all of the stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily looking at like stuff like smothered pork chops and all of that. I'm looking at stuff like, you know, like some of the sides, like if your greens ain't seasoned, you know what I'm saying? Like seasoned greens, or, you know, doing stuff that black people would do with the food. Like you're not washing your greens, you know what I'm saying? You just cooking them. You're not seasoning that chicken. You just cooking it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of like thinking all of that for like soul food or like mac and cheese, stuff like that. You got to make the mac and cheese right. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. So I feel like for me, not liking that type of stuff, like, because that's what we have like when we do our black get-togethers. You know what I'm saying? Like we make sure we got food there. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily like if you a vegetarian, unless you already told somebody you was a vegetarian, the only thing you might be looking forward to gonna be like carrots and celery and ranch. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you're gonna be eating some of the sides, but the sides gotta be on point. Like they gotta be cooked the right way. So when I'm thinking of like not liking soul food, I'm also thinking about like seasoned food and stuff like that. Like to me, I think I think that's to me that would be over like playing spades. Like if I come to your house,
it's not like somebody gonna have like a visceral reaction to it. Like if you make your stuff wrong, people just gonna be like, oh, so and so don't know how to cook. Like don't let them be in charge of it or whatever. But like if you come to the event and they break out the cards and you don't know how to play, like immediately everybody's like, oh, give me a black card, give me a black card.
Well, kind of like I feel like, okay, at the cookout, you in charge of bringing the mac and cheese and everybody eating good. Then they taste your mac and cheese and they like, what the hell is this?
Right.
What
they just gonna put it on that one person. Like they're not gonna take their card away. They're just gonna be like, oh, Betty don't know how to cook. Like, and they go keep moving.
I don't know, because I've been to cookouts where people have been talking the whole cookout while the people were still there. You taste that nasty ass mac and cheese? That what's the name, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to cookouts where people be like that, or don't bring no unseasoned ass chicken, some raw looking chicken to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I baked some chicken and it looked raw. You know what I'm saying? And you passing it out. People gonna be like, she don't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't season it. She ain't do nothing. Like, is she even black? You feel me? Like, that's how I'm looking at it over playing spades, because I know so many people that don't know how to play spades. It's like, it's offensive to me because I learned when I was.
What did you say when you found out they couldn't play?
Offending me and my homeboys. Like
in college. In college.
And what? No, I'm saying, what did you say? Like, give me a black card. Oh.
No, it won't necessarily like give me your black card, but it was like, bro, how you don't know how to play spades? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought
I would like to FMF radio. I would like to say that Tony Ducks is not telling the truth in this moment. I have a personal experience. I know for a fact that he does immediately say, "Give me your black card." He's telling falsities right now.
Oh wow!
No, she's lying because I like saying that.
He's fronting
I
for
like
AMP.
saying that to her. I like saying that to her. I like saying that to her. I like saying that to her. You know what I'm saying? I like saying that to her. But if it was somebody I just met, I'd be like, bro, you don't know how to play spades? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be like, give me your black card. I would just be like, you don't know how to play spades? What? That's wild. Ain't nobody taught you how to play spades? That's wild. So you grew up your whole life, ain't no black person taught you how to play spades? That's wild. And that's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be like, give me your black card. But y'all go with spades. Like, I'm still keep my...
This is correlated to braiding hair. You were like, what'd you say? I don't know how to braid hair, so I don't know if I can, put that in the category. You also don't know how to cook.
Oh,
so how you gonna talk? How you gonna talk about the food like that? Like, oh, if you don't know how to make such and such, you don't know how to make such and such.
But my taste buds work. So,
but you don't know how to compare it.
It don't matter. It say on the thing. It say not liking soul food. That's what it says. You know what I'm saying? Or not.
You brought up was how to cook something. If you don't know how to season your chicken right, if you don't know how to bake your mac and cheese, if you show up to a function and you didn't wash those greens, like you didn't prepare any of it.
Well, I ain't got to prepare it to know that Alicia ain't putting no damn season on this chicken. I ain't got to prepare it to know that. You ain't putting no season on the chicken, boo. What's going on, man? Take this chicken back. Take this nasty ass raw chicken back. Get your ass out of here too, and you ain't invited to the next cookout. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be bringing this raw chicken to the cookout, you ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're gonna be bringing this nasty potato salad to the cookout every time, then you ain't invited to the cookout. Who taught you how to make potato salad? It won't no black person that taught you how to make that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It won't no black person that taught you how to cook if you're not seasoning your meats. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not washing your greens, it ain't no black person that taught you how to cook. And you ain't got to know how to cook to know all of this stuff. You ain't got to know how to cook to know that, hey, how unseasoned chicken tastes and how seasoned chicken tastes. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to know how to cook to do that. You ain't got to. It's just growing up in a black community where you know how, like, black dishes are prepared, I feel like. And I feel like that's more important than playing spades, because I've been to cookouts sometimes where they didn't necessarily play spades. They played other stuff. But the most important thing at that cookout was the food. You know what I'm saying? That food better be right. Or
let me ask you, if you're in a group of non-black people and they bring what would traditionally be a soul food dish and it's good, would you be like, oh, what black person taught you how to cook this? Or would you just be like, oh, you're just a really good cook? Versus if you're with some non-black people that play spades, you'd be like, oh, what black people taught you how to play this?
Oh,
like,
no.
Like, it's very a black community thing. Like, if people that are not black started playing spades, y'all would be like, oh, where did you grow up? Like, how do y'all know how to do this? Versus if somebody just knows how to cook, you just be like, oh, you're really a good chef.
No, if Susan came to the cookout with some seasoned ass chicken and Alicia came to the cookout with some raisins in them and a potato salad, I would have been like, Susan, who taught you how to make this? And Alicia, let me get your black card.
But that's you comparing. I'm saying if Susan came with a really good baked mac and cheese, you would just be like, this is how mac and cheese is supposed to be made. You wouldn't be like, oh, Susan, who taught you how to do this? You would just be like, this is the standard.
No, I wouldn't, because I tell you what, at my job, we have potlucks all the time, and I don't participate in them. But one time, the black people did eat some of the food, and they was like, yo, what's the name? Ken, he made some good-ass mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I ain't eating none of that, because they probably making roadkill back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's in none of the chili that they made or none of that. They like, but the mac and cheese is on point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, who taught Ken how to make this type of mac and cheese? You know, I ain't like, oh, just Ken know how to cook. I'm like, dang, who taught Ken how to make mac and cheese like this?
I feel like all of this is non-truths.
No, this is truth. This is all truth. It happened. If you ever attended anything where a person that wasn't black bought a dish and it was seasoned very well, not necessarily like spicy or anything, like, you know what I'm saying? It tastes like your mama made it. You know what I mean? Then you're going to be like, dang, who taught you how to make this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you would know the difference. It's a difference between Bojangles mac and cheese and KFC's mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a different type of taste. They got a different type of texture. I would expect one from over the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different type of mac and cheese when you go to a soul food restaurant than when you go to Golden Corral. You feel me? Like, I would expect that type of mac and cheese at Golden Corral.
There's too many recipe books out here. Anybody can learn how to cook traditional soul food. That's how I feel
about spades. It's so many games.
There's a book on spades?
You can download the Spades app right now and give you the instructions. That's true.
Really?
Yeah. Let me get your black card. Yeah, come on. Let me get that card up off you. After this show, we're going to see after the show.
Phoenix, she's the one with the titanium card, not you, sir. I'm going to ask her.
I don't know how she got that. That was new. I just ain't put in the app for that. I don't know how she got that titanium joint. That's new. They just came out.
You got to submit that.
They just released that in August.
Yeah, that's something new they offering. Oh man, listen, you are making some very compelling arguments for for soul food or just food in general, right? Just
the food in general. Like, you, come on now. I can't come to your house. You like, hey, come on over for dinner. If I come over, I'm expecting some well-seasoned food. If I come to your house and you black, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting that joint to it tastes good. But if it don't look good, look like you just pulled it out the pack and put it in the oven, and I'm gonna be like, bro, what? All my expectations just, you know what I'm saying? But if you not black,
what if I'm black and I was raised in another country? Would you expect me to know how to make soul food, or would you expect me to know how to play spades?
If you was black, you Black American, but you just so happen to have been born in a different country.
Yeah, you were raised somewhere else.
Okay.
But your parents American.
Right.
Right. Wouldn't you still expect that person to know how to play spades?
Nah, I expect them to know
From
how
their
to
family?
cook. I expect them to know how to cook, know some recipes from their mama. Like I said, I feel like not every family or do that playing spades. I learned because my family had a lot of parties, a lot of cookouts and stuff like that. So that's how I learned. I was a little kid running around in the cookouts watching the grown people, you know what I mean, sitting in my grandma's lap. They had money on the table, watching them play dominoes, watching them play spades. Like, that's how I learned when I was a kid. But I felt like a lot of black people learn like that as well, but not every black person learn like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like,
as somebody who did not learn as a child, I learned in college. I can tell you there was a lot of pressure from all of those around me to know how to play that game.
But that's because you went to a HBCU. You ain't just go to no regular college or no PWI. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went to a HBCU where majority of those people grew up with kind of similar backgrounds, similar type, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of those people did. So I feel like, it's just, if you didn't grow up like that, if you didn't grow up in, like, if you was, I don't want to do it in classes or anything like that, but I'm gonna just say, if you didn't grow up a certain type of way, then you probably wouldn't know spades. But if your parents was, let's say your parents black, you know what I'm saying, your parents grew up, let's say middle class or whatever, they made it, you grew up wealthy, you know what I'm saying, they probably ain't teaching you how to play spades. They probably ain't having, you know what I'm saying, worried about teaching you how to play spades, but they probably worried about teaching you some of the recipes and how to cook and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Thanksgiving always going to be important. They still going to go back to wherever they came from for Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I feel like they don't mean they also always going to throw a party and somebody going to break out the spades table now. But I feel like they always going to have that food. That's just me. I just feel like that's just what I expect. If I come to your cookout, I expect some good food over playing spades. If you black and you invite me to your cookout, I expect your food to be right, not necessarily for you to break out the spades table. Somebody gonna break it out eventually, but I don't expect it every time I go to a cookout.
Yeah, but you gotta. That's one of them things you gotta stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready though, because like at any moment it can come out to a spades game. I don't know. So I feel what both of y'all saying, because some of it is just like a underlining, do you know how to cook thing, and that's beyond like just a black thing and stuff, whatever, like how to season food, because there's a bunch of restaurants that black people eat at that black people ain't the cooks in. And they be like, this is good food. Ain't nobody asking McDonald's, and I don't really mess with McDonald's like that, but ain't nobody asking McDonald's, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, who taught them how to make, ain't nobody doing all that. But I feel like it's good because it's different. Like, people like Indian food, but it's different. It's not, you can tell it ain't the food that we grew up on. But it's different.
Chick-fil-A just came out with a mac and cheese, and everybody says it's bomb. But I didn't say, I wonder if a black person made this mac and cheese.
Wait, Chick-fil-A got mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they wild.
Man, it's okay. But when what's the name bring that mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, that's what you be waiting on. You know what I'm saying? If he like, no, y'all, I ain't gonna make my mac and cheese this year, I'm gonna just pick up a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A joint, you're gonna be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be like, dang, I thought you was making that mac and cheese that you make every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you ain't bringing that mac and cheese this year? That's what people gonna be wanting to hear. That people ain't gonna be like, oh, you gonna bro? That's cool. You could just get the Thanksgiving from the mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A for Thanksgiving. We'll eat that. Like, I feel like when black people say they cooking, it's a certain expectation. When black people say they having an event, it's a certain expectation because you know the food gonna be there. But I don't feel like they necessarily always play spades. Sometimes
No,
they
they
play.
may not always play spades, but when spades is brought out, then you're like, yes, I'm certainly at a black event. Like,
Yes,
it may not be broken out, but it's only been broken out at black events.
but at that black event, there is food that is most of the time prepared by black people. So I feel like that is what everybody is going for, not necessarily the spades game. Is for the entertainment and the food. Eventually, spades might get brought out, but your expectations and everything is set on the food, I feel like. That's why I'm putting the food over, because when we have black events, it's mainly about the food, not who brings out the spades. That's why I feel soul food, seasoned food, you know what I'm saying, not liking that or not being able to prepare it the right way, you know what I'm saying, when you go into an event with black people is important.
All right. Sound like we're going to have to go to the chat on this one, see what everybody's saying. Okay.
But
so I think we had
both of y'all said spades. That's just how I feel. But both of y'all said spades. So we can move spades on. I'm cool. You know.
You sure?
Yeah, y'all against ducks this morning, but it's cool. Let's go ahead and y'all must have texted before the show.
We are not against look, I'm just saying I definitely see where you coming from. But getting your car revoked because you're not seasoning food, I think that is a thing that could happen. I don't know. I feel like that's more like an older generation too thing. It was like Shirley came through with that, unseasoned food again. You know what I mean? And it's like somebody got to teach her or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's fully as a black card demerit as not knowing how to play spades. I feel like that's the one that's probably like the most popular one. You know what I mean? But definitely, I feel you're saying some valid points. But I think the one you probably gonna hear about more is the not being able to play spades.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, food is important. So we're moving playing spades on to the next round. Y'all want to go to the next set, or y'all ready to play some music? And Duck's gonna think about his next decision.
What's the next one gonna be, so we can think about it while you play a song?
I don't know. Y'all want to do No Rhythm versus Electric Slide next?
Okay.
All right, we'll do that one, and we'll get into some music real quick. Exercise some blackness. Y'all stick around. All right, welcome back, y'all. Talk That Talk radio show. I'm Van Gammon, along with Everyday Eli and Tony Ducks. And we are talking about what things can get your black card revoked. Right now, we are into No Rhythm versus not knowing any of the black dances, such as Electric Slide, Cupid Shuffle, the Wobble now, I think. What else? Well, there's a few. That's that new Tamia dance. I don't know how anybody learned that one, but like
it's like a level 10.
Yeah, that's a level. That's up there on that one.
Tamia?
Oh yeah, Tamia got a dance right now that everybody doing and stuff. It's on an old song too, which is crazy, but yeah, it's a thing.
No rhythm.
Just no explanation, just no rhythm, automatic card getting taken.
Like I said, if you ain't got you can know how to do the electric slide, but if you look like you ain't got no rhythm while you doing it, like you ain't clapping on beat, you ain't doing the steps on beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if you're doing anything and you just look a hot mess out there, like, and you black, it's I'm gonna look at you like something wrong with you. Now, if you don't know how to do the electric slide, that's different. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to do the wobble, whatever, that's different. But if you don't know how to, you ain't got no rhythm, period. You don't know how to move your body to the sounds of the music, right? Then I'm gonna look at you way different.
I gotta agree. Yeah.
See, I completely don't agree because I feel like rhythm is something you're either born with or you're not. So you really can't control that, but you can control when you're at the function if you learn the steps to the dance. Like that's you putting in effort. I know that you've been to Black events. You know how to do base level 101 electric slide. If you can't, dance, that's not your fault. That's just genetics.
No. That's not true.
You said just no.
That's not true.
That is very true.
That ain't no genetics.
So
yes,
rhythm,
it is.
Rhythm is in your it's in people's genealogy. Like if your mama and daddy can't dance, chances are you ain't gonna be able to dance type thing, or is it?
No, when you're a baby, we can put on a beat and tell if you can catch the beat or not. Like that's not your fault. But if I take you to 5,000 Black weddings and you never learned the electric slide, like that's on you.
No, if I take you to 5,000 Black weddings and you out there dancing off beat every time, that's different. You ain't got to get up out your seat for the electric slide. Just stay there. But even in your seat, if you trying to nod your head and you off a beat, you know what I'm saying? Not in your head, it's an issue. You shouldn't. I feel like all Black people should have rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the case.
I don't want to hear nothing about genetics. It's a Black myth that genetics is. I mean,
it's a Black myth that all Black people can dance and catch the beat. Like that's not true.
Myth. It's a Black myth that genetics has anything to do with rhythm. It's everything that all Black people should be able, should have that. You know what I'm saying? I feel
but all Black people don't have that. We see it every day. We know it's not true. They can't help it.
I feel like the times that I have seen somebody off key is because they don't listen to Black music. And they don't. That's not the case. Up on Black music, they didn't know.
That is not true.
Yeah, I'm grew up on pop country.
And there are so many different styles of Black music. You can't even say that.
Nah, it's just some people hear music differently and stuff, whatever. And they don't know how to communicate that to their body. You know what I mean? So some of that it ain't got nothing to do with like, oh man, he only listened to classical music growing up and stuff, or whatever. So he never, learned how to bop his head right. I don't know, because I think having no rhythm, because I think you can learn rhythm. I don't think it's a thing you either like intrinsically.
Come on now.
No,
I think good well with children when they start dancing. People are like, oh, so and so don't have she can't catch the beat. Like it's okay.
Because rhythm for some people is numbers. You know what I mean? Like some people are calculating in their head how to do certain dances or how to like move and stuff, whatever. Like there's a bunch of dancers that ain't Black, ain't even nowhere near Black, but can dance and stuff, and they just tap into it differently. So I think
sometimes they don't look right doing that.
They might not. Some people still will be hitting it though, and I'm like, okay.
Exactly. Did we not see the Jabberwockies when they came out? We said, oh man, look at that. They got a lot of rhythm. Plenty of other communities have rhythm. It's not a Black thing.
No, I think all Black people should have rhythm.
It's not a Black thing, but yes, I think if you are Black and you don't have rhythm, you do get looked at sideways. Probably more so than not knowing the electric slide. I think the electric slide, again, I think that ties back into like your elders or whatever. Like if you don't know it or if they didn't teach you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you have to teach your kids, you cannot teach them rhythm, but you can teach them the electric slide.
So then that's on. All right, I see what you're saying.
No, I don't, and you can't convince me otherwise. All Black people.
You can teach your Black child the electric slide so they can do it at the function. I cannot teach you how to clap on the 2s and the 4s. Like I can't. If you can't hear that, you just can't hear that.
No, I think you can. I think both things can be taught. I think rhythm can be taught, and you can teach them the dances and stuff. How they look when they do the dances, that is depending on how they translating that rhythm, though, right? So I think that is part of an important piece to knowing how to do the dance. Like you can do the dance, you can do the steps, you can do the numbers. How you look or whatever is depending on how you translate that rhythm. So I don't know. I don't know. I got to go with no rhythm on this one. I think
I don't feel like black people be counting. Like
no,
unless they trying to learn like some steps, you know, a dance routine. But I don't feel like black people be counting when Poison by Bell Biv DeVoe come on. I don't think they in there like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 in their head. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they doing that. They just moving. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you hear a beat, your body moves. Your body gonna move no matter what. Whether it's like,
how are you saying that? We have such clear evidence to the contrary.
that people are counting in their head.
So
that there's black people that just are born with no rhythm.
So you did bring up
like I said,
call clip of Shannon Sharp, right? Dancing.
Yep.
Or moving, I guess.
You're ready to revoke his black card off that?
Yes, I am.
I haven't seen
this. Crazy. That's crazy.
Look up the video and then y'all tell me who he.
I will never say a black person not knowing how to dance gets their card revoked. Like
it's not about not knowing how to dance. It's about rhythm.
Not having rhythm, I will never say.
So we're saying that Shannon Sharp knew the steps to what was he doing? He was doing the electric slide. So he knew the steps.
He looked like I said, he looked drunk out there. I don't know what was going on. Maybe he was. But it's you can tell the difference between drunk and not having no rhythm. And it's a big difference.
I feel like we need another clip of him dancing to compare and just to make sure, just to evaluate all of the,
Why would you need 2 clips? If somebody can't play basketball, we don't need another video to be like, oh, they can't play. They can't play. You know, if you ain't got no rhythm from the jump, then you ain't got no rhythm. You know the steps, but it's just how you move into the steps. Like it's not right. You know, y'all got to see the video.
I feel like you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested within your own family, having to snatch a black card for this rhythm situation. And, we're going to see what you do because people can't be held to this standard.
I don't know.
It's a black standard. It's like
it's not a black standard.
It comes with the card. Like it's not even in the fine print. I think it's like number 1 actually. You know what I mean? It's like one of them things. Like I think Nas.
I feel like it's not fair. I feel like it's not fair because I feel like the only people this standard would be held against are women.
What?
Really? No, I think dudes definitely get it more.
Because when dudes can't dance, everybody's just like, oh, that's cute.
What?
Ain't nobody like revoke his black card.
Man, look up the video I just talked about. Look up the video. I see plenty of dudes out there looking like Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Have you never danced before? You should at least have be able to tap your feet, not your head on cue. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? This the first time hearing music? You an alien? Like, it's different, man. It's just different from for me. It's different for me. If you're there with no rhythm, you shouldn't be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, I just watched the video. So to me, it looked like a combination of things. So he was either like a little stiff because like he's wearing all these tight, and he like kind of buff or whatever. So I don't know if he had like a a real stiff workout day to day, and then like. You know what I mean? But he doing the movements. But he just look a little wild.
He look wild. Like I don't know what's going on, man. It's just it's cringe. It's cringy for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like watching that. You know what I'm saying?
But he knows the moves. I'm watching it right now. He knows the steps. We know that he's been in black spaces because he knows the steps. Whether he can do it well or not is not his fault. He knows the steps.
It is his fault. He black and he ain't got no rhythm.
Hold on, this is tricky though, cause it's like you got one thing but you don't got the other. So it's like, and we comparing them. It's like, okay, you know the steps, but I didn't like the way that you moved. You know what I mean? It's like
I feel like Skip Bayless could have been out there doing that. If we replace Shannon Sharp right now with Skip Bayless' face on there, you know what I'm saying? Like his partner
never have a black card. You would never have that.
Yeah.
So,
What I'm saying is anybody could go out there and do what Shannon Sharp did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look the way Shannon Sharp did. So him knowing the moves don't matter at all. It's about the rhythm that you
him knowing the dance, we would be like, oh, he's been to Black functions. I feel like when you talk about Black card, we're talking about culture. Like, you've clearly been with Black people. You know these little things about our culture. Like, to be like, oh, I have no rhythm, that's just like, oh, you were born with it or you're not. But if you can do the dance, then I know you've been to Black functions with Black people and you learn the dance.
I feel like you taking it to heart. These are stereotypical things. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the Black card thing is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they stereotypical, but like Black, you know, stuff that Black people be like, oh, you're Black in quotation marks card. You feel me? Like, they not
But
about to be
isn't
like,
it about culture?
off and be like, you're not a Black person no more. It's all in fun and games. That's why they stereotypical things.
I want to go back to, you know, the no rhythm thing being on women more than men. I think actually, if a dude is found out to not have rhythm, that would be detrimental to him being able to be attractive to women. So I do feel like
Detrimental?
yeah, that'd be detrimental. Like if he can't dance or whatever, wouldn't that be a flag? I don't know. That'd be a flag on the play, right? Like that would go against his cool points.
No. Plenty of dudes don't dance. Plenty of men do not dance.
Maybe not dance, but not have any rhythm at all. Like
Exactly.
like if you don't have any rhythm, I feel like that will raise some alarms. Like he probably not ending the night how you feel like he gonna end the night. Like he ain't getting no numbers. You know what I mean? Like
Let's just say you went to a wedding and your partner has no rhythm. They cannot dance. But when the electric slide starts, they know that they can come out. If they couldn't even come out on that, you would be like, maybe they're adopted. Maybe they weren't raised around Black people. Like, what's going on? If they couldn't do that, like the very most basic thing. But they just can't dance, and they just can't dance.
I wouldn't. But if you ever seen somebody with no rhythm doing the electric slide, they bumping into other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You know the steps, but you're not on cue with the steps because you're not going to the beat. The electric slide is not about 1, 2, 3. It's doing that 1, 2, 3, 4 on beat. So if you're not doing it on beat, even if you know the electric slide, you looking all over the place, bumping into people, looking all crazy. I just feel like knowing the steps to anything don't matter. Even if they did want to come out or they didn't want to come out, if you had rhythm and you did decide to come out, then you wouldn't be bumping into people, whether you knew the dance or not.
I'm watching this Shannon Sharp video. There are several people in this video that are not on beat. Everybody's not turning at the same time. Some people are lifting up their legs about to hit people. He's not the only person in this video that's not, displaying the best rhythmic skills.
Yes, he is the worst in the video.
You ready to snatch all these people's cards up? Look at the video again. They not turning on time. They bumping into each other.
Some of the people just came in there. Some of the people might not even know it. That's why I said knowing the electric
this girl on the side in the beige, she doesn't know any of the steps.
Yeah,
that's why I said
after further review, yeah. Actually, girl in the beige, yeah, she
doesn't know what she's doing.
Look, but her not knowing the electric slide, you can tell she don't know the electric slide. You can tell Shannon Sharp knows the electric slide, but something is going on with his rhythm. I don't know if he drunk. I don't know if something is going on with the rhythm. The claps is a little off. You know what I'm saying? The leg kick is a little off. I'm like, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? That looks weirder to me than her just coming out there like, oh, I want to learn the steps too.
Oh, she's shuffling wrong too, or whatever. She shuffled at the wrong time.
She's not.
Like
it's all wrong. It's all wrong. She's doing jumps at the times where you should not be jumping.
After further review, the whole video was wild. I don't think anybody's on point in this video now. Like, I don't know. After watching the tape, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Shannon was in his element around people who
who don't have rhythm. Black
Who
people
are-
who do not have rhythm.
Who were also bad, but also somehow made him look worse still. I don't even know how that's possible. Like they were bad and then he was just all the way off. But yeah, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of violations in this video, actually. I don't know. I'm about to flag this video, matter of fact. Like take this down, yo. Yeah, all the attention was on Shannon, but it was a lot more violations in this one.
Shannon looked the weirdest. He looked the weirdest.
Man. All right, so what we saying, y'all? We going with no rhythm or not knowing the dance?
You're gonna have to be the vote because I'm going with not knowing the dance. I don't think that rhythm is something you can learn. I think it's something you have or you don't.
All right, so in the chat, Blue Phoenix is saying, she says no rhythm because some people have 2 left feet with choreographed dance, but can kill a freestyle. Okay, so said you might not have no rhythm, but you can, like I said, I think some people they just calculate things differently. You know what I mean? Like I think there's other coaches that might do stuff by the numbers and they can make it seem like they got the rhythm, they got the dance down, but you know. I think definitely not having rhythm as a person in the Black community will get you put into question. You'll be put on trial. It's got to happen. So yeah. So we moving no rhythm to the next one, right? Any objections? No.
I object to the record, but whatever.
You object. Oh man.
Moving forward.
We'll tell y'all what the electric slide was really about on a different show.
We ain't ready for that. Cuz. We ain't ready for that. All right. Next one we got is this one might be this one's another hot one. All right. So it's not knowing the Black/Negro national anthem versus not seeing any Black classic movies or shows, I should say. So which one is more likely to get your black card revoked?
You go ahead. You go ahead, man. What you got?
No, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't know the words to the Black national anthem. I don't, and I think since usually it's sung within crowds, I can get away with not knowing it. I don't think I can get away with not knowing certain shows or certain movies. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't see Paper Soldiers all the way and stuff, whatever, Kev gonna make sure. Big O's gonna let me know that I didn't see it or didn't watch it all the way and stuff. Where every time he see me, it's gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? So I do understand how the national anthem is important and stuff, especially since, you know, a lot of times, like what you were describing earlier, like I learned it the same way you did. Like we were like indoctrinated to learn that national anthem. And then the Black national anthem, unless you had somebody like ingrained in it that made sure that y'all knew about y'all history and y'all culture and stuff or whatever, like it just kind of got passed. And yeah, it kind of got passed on me and stuff. So I didn't learn it until later, and I still don't know all the words. I know the rhythm. I mean, I know the melody. So I might get revoked for that one. So y'all let me know. But I got to go with not knowing the Black classic movies for that one. Hey, Damon's in the chat. He just said, nobody knows past Lift Every Voice and Sing. For the lyrics.
Shameful. Shameful.
All right, so I'm not alone in that. All right, cool.
Oh, man.
Everybody has to singing the melody. That's how we get away with it.
That was funny. Nah, that's facts, though. What you got, Eli?
I think that I want to say Lift Every Voice and Sing, but I feel like I can't because I feel like it's being lost, like generation to generation. Like I said, I was taught the song, but I feel like a lot of people were not. And I feel like it's like a lot of historical things. Like if Black people don't seek it out, you won't know. So I think that shows, like certain shows and movies, are more widespread and easier to access. So I think I'm going to go with the shows.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm sitting here trying to think, like D said, what's after lift every voice and sing? I know something to heaven ring, something to heaven ring, but that's probably as far as I know. If I yeah, but yeah, I probably can get away with it in crowds. I hit that lift every voice and sing. You know, hit the hum right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Black classic movies because I feel like it's like maybe if this was the 90s, that would be important. You know what I mean? More people would know the Black national anthem. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's just as time goes by, like it's getting lost. I feel like at Black events, like for older people, like back in the day, I feel like at Black events sometimes they would the whole crowd, whoever was hosting it, would have the whole crowd sing like lift every voice and sing. Y'all remember that? Like we would be watching that on TV, like all of the Black people would sing that and stuff. But I feel like now that we hold events for Black people, we don't even sing that. It's just, you know, we might play some Drake or something at the beginning of the show, and then to close it out, we'll play some Drake while you walking out or something. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really do that no more. So I feel like it's getting lost. But movies like Friday and stuff like that, I feel like that'll definitely get your Black card taken. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like quote movies like that all the time, like still to this day. And like if you don't get it, people be like, man, you ain't, like they'll look at you kind of funny because you ain't get it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the movies too.
Yeah, and that's one of them things, like especially with the movies and stuff, like you just had to be there, and if you weren't there, it's like where were you during this time in your upbringing? You know what I mean? Like
you ain't had cable.
That comes into question. Like, wait a second. Like everybody's seen these movies. These are cultural moments, and you not knowing that kind of puts into question what else don't you know? What are you hiding? It's a trust issue at that point. You know what I mean? So definitely not knowing certain things. Like I don't know. I do feel like it is messed up that we don't know the Black national anthem or lift every voice. But that's not our fault. That's you know.
That is our fault.
Nah. You could go to YouTube and learn that if you wanted to.
That is our fault. We should know that.
It's not pressed on us. Just like you said, like we losing recipes. Like it's not pressed on us as much. You know what I mean? Like even with the American national anthem or whatever you want to call it. With that one, so they're not even doing that as much anymore. But like when we was kids, that was everywhere, every morning. You know what I mean? And stuff, unless you went to an all Black militant type of school. So
them kids at Umar school gonna know the Black national anthem.
Well, that's for sure. They gonna know it. We gonna know it because that's the focus. But that just wasn't the focus, and you kind of learned it. Like, oh, okay. And so when people started introducing you, it's like, nah, this is your actual history and stuff. Whatever.
Man, if Umar actually get a school, what's he using? What did y'all hear? Never mind. Go ahead.
His school's coming out. I was in another AMP room on another AMP show, and they were saying like his school's definitely coming out like next year. But I was watching Summer's House, Martha's Vineyard, and one of the guys on there, he was doing like his confessional, and he referenced Hillary Banks, and the person that was filming it did not know who Hillary Banks was, and I was like, oh, they must not be Black. Like it's such like it didn't even cross my mind that a Black person would not know who she was. So yeah, I'm definitely going with shows and movies.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, it become a trust issue after that point. It's like, all right, what all can I share with you at this point and trust you with? What information do you know? What don't you know? Like, why are you here in this event with me? Like, why are we in the same place at this point? You know what I mean? So it become everything in question at that point. So, yeah.
Right. Why did you come with me to see Black Panther? You know what I'm saying? Like you need to reference. We shouldn't be here together.
Like, yeah. Jerry just dropped this reference as a cultural thing. You don't even know it. You know what I mean? I got to explain it to you. I'm missing the movie. You know what I mean? Because I got to catch you up on your blackness. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh, here you go. Why I'm the only one dressed up for the Black Panther premiere? Why you come in your regular stuff? Why you come in your regular clothes?
like, bro. Yeah. All right. So we all in agreement on that one, yo. Again, still kind of messing. We don't know the theory voice, but yeah. All right. Damon said it's a long song. I didn't think it was that long. It's a long song.
I looked up the lyrics. The song is long as I don't know what.
It's a very long song. Yeah, it's very long.
That's why nobody know past lift every voice to sing. You know what I'm saying? It get too far after that.
Really?
See, black people, we should have known. You know what I'm saying? The regular national anthem ain't even this long. Lord. Black people had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? We was going through a lot. That's why it was long. We was going through a lot.
Going through it. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They put a lot into it.
Hey,
very emotional.
Have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed? We have
That's come. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of pain in that song.
Right. That with tears have watered. I'm like, dang, from the gloomy past till now we stand at last. Like, yo, this joint long as a mug, bro. Like, but yeah, we was going through a lot, man. We need somebody to redo that joint.
Bro dropped 100 bars on this poem, yo.
Hey, yeah. Somebody can redo it. If they can do the greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, if they can do that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can redo the national anthem for us.
No, that's make it popular.
Yeah, fast and short.
There we go. Fit this generation. All right, well, we got everything for round 2 right now. We got No Rhythm, that went to the next round. Not being able to braid hair has gone to the next round. Not being able to play spades. And then finally not seeing Black classic movies or shows. So all of those are going to be in the second round. Y'all want to keep it going, or y'all want to take a music break real quick? Let the chat. Let's keep going. All right. So what do y'all want to put against each other? So y'all want, we got No Rhythm versus not being able to braid your hair. Y'all want to keep that, or you think playing spades would probably be more fair, or not seeing any Black classic movies? What do y'all think? What's a better matchup? We can mix these up.
Let's be controversial and put spades against the movies.
Ooh. Okay, let's do it. We getting wild. All right, so not being able to play spades.
We're getting crazy this morning.
Getting crazy. All right, not easy versus not seeing any classic movies or shows. Which one is more important? Which one will get your black heart revoked if we find out that you haven't seen such and such, or that you don't know how to play spades? Which one is? What we doing? Man, this one is a tough one, actually.
I'm gonna let y'all go first, because I know when I went to my HBCU, I was getting sniped left and right for both of these things. So I'll let y'all start first.
This one's personal, huh? All right.
Very personal. Bringing a black promise for me.
All right. She just got her black card. So
she a new member.
New member, yeah.
Oh man. That's what you got, man.
I'm gonna go with the classic movies. I'm gonna go with the classic movies. Like, I feel like that's more of a shocker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more of a shocker. Like if if somebody making a joke from a movie, like I always go back to Friday because I know that whole movie forwards and backwards. You feel me? But like if somebody making a joke about like, y'all ain't never got two things to match your head, like ham, no burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody will understand that joke. You know what I mean? If you've seen it, but if you didn't understand the joke, I would be like, all right, maybe I would bring up another reference. But by the second, the third reference, if you don't understand the movie, if you're not catching the movies, you know what I'm saying? I'm like you said, like, yo, where you from? Like where you grow up at? You know what I'm saying? Why ain't you never seen none of these movies? So
That could just be a memory issue because I've seen that movie and I couldn't quote anything or remember anything.
How many times have you seen it though?
That means you seen it, but you ain't watch it.
What? All I remember is like, bye, Felicia.
See, that was the only. You was probably doing some. You was multitasking while you was watching a movie.
You heard it, but you weren't listening for real. You know, it was. You know, it's a different thing.
That's y'all are saying something different. The question was, have you seen it? Not can you quote it front and back.
But that's just. I think that's all lumped into this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
not quoted front and back, but like,
No.
That's how
if you seen it. If you seen it, then you should be able to know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. How else are you gonna qualify that? Like, you don't qualify if like, yeah, I seen it and stuff, and they just seen like the preview or something like that. You know what I mean? Like nah.
They might know the characters and stuff, but that doesn't mean they have to know like the whole script.
well, I ain't saying the whole script, but certain things out of the movie, like you should know. If I said bye Felicia and you ain't know what I was talking about, like her name's not Felicia. Like, bro, like you didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like that mean you ain't seen the movie. Like to me, I feel like certain things stood out in the movie. Okay, maybe if you only seen it once, but these are like black cultural classics. You know what I'm saying? Like movies that you probably ain't just seen one time. You probably seen more than once.
Or maybe you watched it so you could keep your black card and then you kept it moving because it wasn't your favorite.
Ooh, we gotta talk. That's another issue. But yeah, that's you just checking out stuff to keep your black card renewed. You gotta renew it every year.
Friday, seen it. All about the Benjamin, seen it. You know, like, like you didn't watch.
A friend and I freshman year did that. We were like, there was like a list of black movies we had never seen. We just went and got them all, watched them. It was like, okay, now we've seen everything. Somebody asked, we can say we've seen it all.
That's why, because you tried to cheat your way to a black card. See, you
can't. I'm black. I watched the movie. Okay, I didn't think it was that great, and I kept it moving.
That's cheating. See, and we caught you. That's why you had.
That's why you was getting sniped. I saw the movie.
No, that's why you was getting sniped left and right because people caught you. They caught you. You didn't know that you tried to watch all the black movies in one day. That's why you don't remember nothing from none of the movies. We said Felicia. You probably thought we was talking about another movie. You're like, oh yeah, I remember her from such and such. Like, no, she was on Friday. What are you talking about? Like, see, stuff like that. You can't cheat your way to a black card. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to that black card, the people, when you fill out that application, before we approve it, you know what I mean? We need to know, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna find out if you cheated your way or not. That's why people can get it revoked. If we find out you cheated your way to a black card,
everything that you've been putting up as a staple for a black card, anybody of any other race could do.
What? I said playing spades first. What you talking about?
I thought you said the shows and movies.
Yeah, the shows, the movies, like, yeah. Well, yo, don't let my friend Aziz know Friday better than you. You know what I mean? All the black movies better than you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not right.
Problem. That's a problem.
People like different things. You cannot put that on movies. If they know what you're talking about, that should be enough. Maybe they just don't like it.
I get it. But look, if I quote other things, like if I say a quote from Frasier or Friends or Third Planet from the Sun or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. What other joint Grizz said he used to watch all of the time? Raymond, you know what I mean? If I said a quote from Raymond and you can shoot them right off your tongue, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know none of these other black movies, then I'm like, you know, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. I think you should know these movies more than over spades. That's just how I'm feeling. Like, these movies are important because black people quote these movies every day in real life.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I do feel like not knowing the movies or shows would probably be more of a shock than not knowing spades. Although I feel like they up there, like they neck and neck. Like I feel like they neck and neck with the reaction from it and stuff. Whatever. I think you probably, I don't know. You probably sit out a game or two or whatever for not knowing how to play spades, but if you don't see the classic movies, and again, it's like I don't know what I can trust to share with you at this point. You know what I mean? So it becomes something else. So
yeah, man. Like
I feel like there are levels to this. There are levels to this. If you've never seen Fresh Prince, then yeah, I'll be on the same side as y'all. But if you've never seen like Belly, then I'm not about to be like, ooh, Black Car Revoked.
well, no, I mean it's okay. Sometimes we can give you a pass, you know what I'm saying? But if you never seen most of these, and we taking your black card, bro. It's not just one movie. Like if you don't remember nothing from Belly, then it ain't like, oh, let me get your black card, you know what I'm saying? But if every time we bring something up, we quote a movie, if we quote Poetic Justice or Juice, Crooklyn or something like that, you know what I mean?
Okay,
you know,
okay.
You don't know what we talking about, then we need your black card, you know what I mean?
yeah, and I don't know if you can cram all black media in one day and stuff. Like you're gonna get stuff mixed up.
Yeah, you're gonna get it mixed up.
Well, see, that's why I said there are levels, because I've like watched Crooklyn as a child multiple times, but then if I've never seen Friday After Next, then people will come for your neck.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
So it's just
that's still one of them black cult movies, you know what I'm saying? That's still one of them classic cultural joints. But like it's not like we're not talking about if you got to know all the movie forwards and backwards, like you said. But like, if we bring up multiple movies and you don't know none of these, like, come on, bro. Like, let us get that black card. It's black people that ain't seen all of these cult classics. You know what I'm saying? Like Foxy Brown. I know I seen it, but I can't really remember nothing from the movie because I watched it when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Probably in high school, son. You know what I mean? But like Van said, you can't be cramming in one day and think, Bishop from Juice was in Minister Society, was up there shooting with O-Dog. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff that you at least need to know.
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah, well, people gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You feel me? Oh, you remember that? Remember when Janet Jackson was in Set It Off? What?
Oh yeah, I cried when she died.
Yeah, like what? That you mean you talking about Jada Pinkett? You know what I mean? Like who you talking about? Vivica Fox? Which one you talking about? Because Janet Jackson won't in there. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to know some of this stuff. I ain't saying all of it, but majority of it, you should be able to know. Lean on Me, like if you ain't seen Lean on Me, if you ain't seen Crooklyn, if you ain't seen Friday, you know what I mean? If you ain't seen Harlem Nights, I feel like these are staples. Like you have to have seen these movies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go as far as like Cooley High and Shaft because they not around our, you know what I'm saying? But like around our age, like Lean on Me, like everybody should have seen that. At least one House Party. You feel me? Like you had to have seen some of these.
At least one.
Love and Basketball, like you had to have seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, the 5 Heartbeats, like, come on now. Like these is cult classics. Like you had to seen. Like if we had a competition, I'm like, can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane, and you like what? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's number one. I'm gonna let you get away with that one. You know what I'm saying? But if something else come up later in the day, and I'm like, kids, can you please stay off my darn grass? And you like, why are you talking like that? I'm like, Stanley from Friday? You like, what? I'm like, man, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get your black card. That's 2 times in one day. It's too many. Too many.
I just feel like you referenced several things I didn't know what you were talking about just now in this conversation.
Wow.
I just feel like
next Saturday we're gonna do how to earn your black card.
I just feel like some of this stuff has nothing to do with if you've seen it before, has everything to do with if you have a good memory, okay? I cannot remember these things. That doesn't mean I haven't seen the movie.
Well,
okay. If I say
informs how you respond to the culture, though. Like, yeah, I mean, it is memories that you have or whatever, but it's also like how we talk. Like, it's embedded in some of the way we structure our sentences, like from the movies that we've seen and things like that. Like, it's embedded in the culture.
Right.
So, yeah, all that gets brought into question with.
I feel like that's a subset of the culture. That's a subset.
These are
because people that don't sit around quoting these movies are not, hanging out with each other. I have a whole friend group. We don't sit around quoting these movies.
What? Like, you don't sit around and we're not saying sit around and quote the movies all day. Like, but sometimes there'll be stuff that relatable in real life that happens, and then you quote the movie like ha ha ha, like a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens all the time. But I feel like, all right, let me ask you, if I said 1, 2, 3, the devil's after me. 4, 5, 6, he's always throwing sticks. What's that from? 7, 8, 9, he misses every time. What's that from?
I don't know.
Oh man, if I said you smoke crack now, you smoke crack, don't you, boy? You smoke crack now, don't you? What is that from?
I don't know.
Damn, never mind. Let's just move on, man. We'll get that black card at the end of the show.
Oh my God!
I don't remember these things.
All right, so we moving black shows. We think that's more important than playing space, right?
If I said Smokey back here taking a, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. What's that from?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Y'all don't come for her in the chat. Don't come for her.
Hold on.
Don't come for her in the chat, please.
Dang it, man.
All right.
All right.
Let's just move on. Don't come for her, y'all. Please.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right. So moving on. We got next up. We got no rhythm versus not being able to braid hair. Which one would get your card taken?
I think I'm gonna go with no rhythm because I feel like the braiding hair is something that you can not know how to do and people will come for you in private, but like the rhythm is more public. So I'll go with the rhythm.
Pull you to the side. Hey, let me talk to you, girl. I noticed you couldn't braid hair. Like,
they might pull you to the side though if you're a woman, be like, hey, I noticed your kids be coming in here every day looking like I can refer you to somebody to help you out, type of thing.
Oh yeah. The only dudes I know that know how to braid hair have been in jail or they got daughters. So I'm gonna go with the no rhythm thing because I don't really know nothing about braiding hair. I don't really know. I can understand what you're saying about your baby coming in there looking like how I would do my baby hair with the 2 puffs on the side till I learn. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it ain't nothing wrong with having your baby go natural. You know,
That's it.
but I'm gonna go with no rhythm.
All right, no rhythm. I gotta agree. I do feel like braiding your hair is important for like an appearance thing, but nah. I think when it comes to no rhythm, not being able to clap on them certain 1s and 2s and whatever's on beat, like you definitely gonna get called out. Like, and nobody's gonna be ashamed about. Like, ain't nobody pointing you to the side. They just like, hey man, you embarrassing yourself out here and stuff. Or if you find a group of people that also don't have rhythm but know the steps, then you can just, you know, you can just hide in there. You can hide in that. So yeah. All right, we're gonna
I
move
would
it
like to stop on this comment from Ray Lamb. It says that FMF would know because he ain't got none.
I can
So
speak
that's
from
why he's talking about Shannon Sharp look regular to me. He just looked like he talking about.
See how he knows how to
Ain't got
hide.
no rhythm, boy. Ain't got no rhythm.
Seems like some people are being fraudulent on this show right now.
I was wondering why you talking about. He just it looked like everybody
What
in
does that
this.
mean for the
I'm like,
movies?
yo, what's going on with my boy? You Shannon Sharp. You the Shannon Sharp out the bunch. That's why you talking about he look
What does that
regular.
mean for the movies when you Shannon Sharp on the dance floor?
I don't know what y'all talking about. Look,
You got the nerve to come for me.
ain't nobody got no video proof. I don't know who this Ray Lamb.
Hiding in plain sight. 2 left feet. Wow.
Oh my
What is
goodness.
going on? How do you kick people out? Like,
Wow.
what is going on? This is
That is quoting movies to me, but if we turned on the music, It would be a problem.
Right.
I mean, I'll be counting. I'll be like 1, 2, 3. Like,
Are you talking about numbers? Are you the person counting in your head?
I'm gonna catch it eventually. What you mean? Like, I just gotta catch it. You know what I mean? So
Like I said, you can do all of 1, 2, 3, 4 in your head, but if you still look crazy while you're doing it, like you ain't got no rhythm, it don't even matter about all of that. All the steps, if you look wild. Oh my
This
goodness.
will have to be tested. This needs to be tested.
I'm pleading the fifth. I don't know what y'all talking about, y'all.
Sounds like somebody else just lost their card today. Maybe we do need to do a show about how to get it back.
All right, so moving on. We got the final round. Y'all want to go to a music break? Or
Nah, we definitely don't need no music. We'll need you back there, Frankenstein.
Yo,
Is my boy doing a robot? Nah, girl, that's the butterfly. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
I was just saying, didn't know he was talking about his own friend. Look at that.
What
Look
the
at that.
hell?
He's talking about you.
Dang.
look, I don't know what y'all
How
talking
you
about.
let your friend get this far?
Look, I didn't know because we ain't go to prom, you know what I'm saying, together. You feel me? Like we went to different schools in high school, but like I ain't know. Have we ever been to the club? We've been to the club together one time, but we ain't been able to really walk around and chill in the section. We ain't really.
Yeah, that was during the Snap era. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was.
Oh yeah.
I told you, men can get away with it. Men can get away with it. They just hide in plain sight.
He said that was in the Snap era. Yo, you stupid. You ain't have to do nothing but snap your fingers.
That's it. Do your stuff. That's it.
They was giving him the instructions in the song.
I was just born at a good time. Like that was.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? Like,
Didn't you say it was detrimental? If you were a man and you couldn't.
that's why I had to learn. I had to learn what y'all mean.
It sounds like you haven't learned. It sounds like
I don't need
you
nobody.
just don't have it within you.
I'm a new me. I got rhythm now. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Just got that black card back. Daggone shame.
Back on suspension. Look.
Well,
Thank you for keeping the people honest.
as the only person on this show still with a black card, I guess I'd take over and lead the show from here. Next up, we got the championship round. We got our other people in the background right now, debaters. They're ready. As a platinum member of the Black Card Association, we'd like to appreciate y'all and thank y'all for staying tuned in with us. For that round, we going with rhythm, no rhythm, or what we doing?
Yeah, we going with no.
All right. Oh man, that's wild, boy. I ain't know you ain't had no rhythm. That's wild. You was riding for it too. Let's go.
Almost got away with it. If it wasn't for this meddling.
See, look, that ain't even a classic. At least you don't even know what you're talking about. She ain't even laugh.
Oh, dang.
You were going so hard.
She was like, what? He talking about meddling? Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for these.
Fraudulent on the chat. Oh my goodness.
I'm dead. I need a video now. I need a video for real. Next time I see you, I'm gonna just look. Next time I'm gonna just throw some music on wherever we at. I'm gonna just put some on. See if you start. Like, watch this thing. Watch
music out of nowhere.
Watch this ninja. Watch him. Watch him. See if you start moving. Throw the camera on. Nah. Oh man.
All right. So we to our final round, right? So we got no rhythm versus not being able to quote black movies or shows. Which one is
this Van versus Eli right here? What we gonna do?
look, we done made it to the final.
Which one? Who we rocking with this morning? Van versus Eli. Eli ain't seen none of the cult classics.
I've seen them, I just can't quote them.
Oh yeah, she don't remember them. Because she watched them all in one day, trying to get them off her checklist, trying to cheat the system.
No, it just depends on how you were raised. I watched Crooklyn. I watched Lean on Me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just didn't see all these other ones.
You that kid that come in there with the answers written on their hand. Mm-hmm.
At least I know how to clap my hands on beat, unlike some other people on this channel right now.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I said, I'm a platinum black card holder. So I'm definitely going to see about that titanium that old girl was talking about. I'm definitely going to see about that. Put my application in for that. But I'm going to go with, to be honest with y'all, I thought the soul food was going to make it all the way to the top. But no rhythm or not seeing or being able to quote classic black movies or shows. I'm gonna go with the shows, man. I'm gonna go with the shows. No. Let me take that back. If you out there and you ain't, like I said, I want to take Shannon Sharp black card for real, like just out of fun, like he's still my brother. Like I love his opinion, you know what I'm saying? I love what he say about black culture, black people. Like I feel like he is a part of the culture, you know what I'm saying? But that video had me like, boy, let me get that black card up out you, you know what I'm saying? Because you was looking too funny doing the electric slide now, you know what I mean? You was looking too funny, like I said, the comments was like, he looked like a 40-year-old white woman. And I was just like you said, he just looked stiff. He looked buff. So mix them two together. He looked like a stiff, buff 40-year-old white woman out there trying to do the electric slide. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to go with no rhythm for me. I'm going to go with no rhythm.
And I would just like to add to throw FMF radio further under the bus.
Wow.
Rhythm extends even outside of just Black American. It's like Black everywhere having rhythm.
Black everywhere. Okay.
Black everywhere, all over the world.
Well, you know what? Now I think about it. Now that you said that, since rhythm all over the world, since y'all had y'all little arguments about, rhythm ain't, you gotta be born with rhythm. It ain't, anybody could have rhythm. It ain't necessarily a black thing, even though I think it is. Like when I see black people with no rhythm, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm looking at you sideways, like, what is you doing out there? And you had the nerve to get your tail up too and dance in front of everybody. But I think as far as the culture, just not seeing the black classic and black culture movies, maybe. I guess.
How are you flipping? I was saying that to bolster your point.
No, you said that rhythm can go for everybody, right?
No, I'm saying Black people all over the world have rhythm. It's not just a Black American thing.
Well, it's not. And that, I mean, I was saying that as
you
well.
You expect Black people from anywhere to have rhythm.
That's how I feel. You know what I mean? I feel like Black people everywhere should have rhythm. But like I said, when I was doing the electric slide thing and the no rhythm, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, like y'all were saying about the no rhythm, it doesn't really it shouldn't really count against Black people, right? So if you haven't seen the movies, when you have the opportunity to go do the research, I feel like that should hold a higher weight. Am I wrong? Or
I mean,
you said before that it was something you were born with, like everybody should have it.
I do think that personally, like Maybelline,
well,
maybe she's born with it.
Everybody can't watch a movie
and do what?
Everybody can't just watch these movies. Everybody didn't grow up watching these movies.
Everybody didn't, but everybody had the opportunity to watch them. You know what I'm saying? And watch them multiple times, or watch them at least a day in between to get the time to digest it. You know what I mean? I feel like the no rhythm thing, like you said, it's important to me. If I see a black person that doesn't have any rhythm and I see him out there on the dance floor, like I said, I'm looking at them sideways like, bro, why ain't you got rhythm? And number two, why you got the nerve to get your butt up there with other black people and dance in front of them looking like a dinosaur? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that part of it, but y'all argument to me was you got to be born with rhythm, right? So does it hold a higher weight for having your black card revoked rather than seeing these black cult movies that you had a chance to see?
So if we go somewhere and I can't dance or clap on the beat or whatever, you're going to be like, but I can sit there and quote these movies to you. You're going to be like, okay, this is enough.
I think yeah, because everybody gonna be dancing.
She right. No, she right. She right though. If we go out somewhere and I'm like, come on, babe, let's dance, and you get up there looking like a dinosaur, and I'm like, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, but you ain't dancing like 100% of your life and stuff, whatever. Like with the movies and stuff, or whatever. Since we use those quotes in like our everyday talk, like we could talk.
We don't use it in our everyday talk. That's what I just said. It's not until I come talk to Tony Ducks that I have to know these references. In everyday life, you do not need to know them.
But you don't even know how many references he did if you don't know the context. He could be throwing references the entire conversation, and
at least he won't be embarrassed. If we go to church, I know how to clap on beat.
Well, if the church quoting something that we shouldn't be watching in there, it's like, yeah, and I know y'all know something from Friday, so, you know what I mean? So if you say something like that, the church gonna know it. Everybody gonna be laughing and so, yeah, you right, Pastor. But you ain't gonna know. But at least you can clap on beat to the choir. That's cool. But you gonna miss the message. You know what I mean? That's what we're supposed to be there for. So, you know what I mean? That's why I gotta go. I gotta go with
Oh man. Yeah, I man, I'm torn, man. I don't know which way to lean. Like, this is a tough one for me, man. Like, it's basically, you know, this is a tough one. What the chat saying? They say no rhythm. They saying I can't even see the chat on my phone.
I just would like to once again emphasize FMF Radio's own words. He said it was detrimental.
It's
for a man
detrimental
to not be able to catch the beat.
Yeah, if you trying to see, I'm good because I already got mine. So
you said
if you out here single with no rhythm, it's gonna be a difficult time for you, my boy. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a difficult time. So I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's all I was saying. But yeah, but also like if you can get away with not showing that you ain't got no rhythm, at least know your black culture. Movies and media, you know what I mean? Movie shows, know the quotes. It's up because it's in the lexicon. It's in the way that we talk. We got certain words that's like, you know what I mean? Like anything, you know what I mean? My bad, y'all. I'm in a bit of a time crunch at the moment, but yeah, let me know what y'all think. Which one should move forward? What y'all thinking?
We're gonna go with the black classic movies then for the championship.
I cannot believe this.
We're gonna go with that. Not you get a chance to see the black culture movies. You know what I'm saying?
This is just a very specific type of black person judging this competition right now. It's a very specific type of black person, and I just don't appreciate it.
I think they both up there, but like
I just don't appreciate it at all.
I think they both up there, but like if you put it that way, like if you're given an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Like it's important. These movies are more important to the culture, I would say, than rhythm.
I need people to vote that don't align with like hip hop culture. You know, that are not rappers. I need some other people to vote because This is not everyday life. This
No,
is not everyday life.
Rhythm is very important, though. Don't get me wrong. Like they
This is
love
not everyday life. This is not everyday life.
To rappers, wouldn't rhythm be more important? Like in that, if that's the case, but like
no, because y'all like to put all these cultural movie references into y'all raps and stuff, and y'all all watch these same types of like hood movies. I just feel like that's a very specific subset. I feel like there's plenty of Black people out here that do not reference these things, but if you go to a function, rhythm is going to be more important.
I mean, you're not wrong. But then also when you get into conversation with people, that's
nobody's
gonna be the thing.
referencing these movies. Nobody's referencing these movies.
Like, oh man, this boy could dance and stuff, man. And then you quote some or whatever that just like recently came out that every Black person should know and stuff or whatever, and they just go blank.
Let me because the reason I'm saying hood movies is because when I say things like Crooklyn, Love and Basketball, Lean on Me, that's not what he's referencing. He's referencing like Friday After Next, Belly, like the hood movies. It's not just Black.
Who is he? Who is he? Who is he?
You. Tony Ducks.
First of all, I said a quote.
Tony Ducks, who is judging this, it's not fair.
I said a quote from Lean on Me and Crooklyn. You didn't know.
Because I can't memorize things. That's not the same.
I'm saying, if you said you've seen them multiple times.
Several times over my childhood. Just because I can't remember the line doesn't mean I haven't seen them. But that's not what you're typically referencing. You're typically referencing.
Let me ask you this. In Crooklyn, how did
oh my goodness, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this test. Call my mama. She will tell you I've seen it several times. I cannot remember. I remember that her mama died.
We got
I was
Black
very sad.
too. She put on the application as a reference.
I remember that man was huffing on glue. I remember that. That was very messed up, and it was following them. They were scared. Okay,
that's because you traumatized them.
The movie made me feel. I don't remember the lines.
I'm just saying, just certain things. It's just certain things. But okay, well, all right. What did the chat say, and then we'll let the chat decide.
Yes, I have a very bad memory. Thank you.
What did chat say?
Chat, what say y'all, man? Y'all keep it real. Bring in all the factors.
I'm not gonna let you take it, Damon.
Oh man.
I mean, like, to me, it is offensive if a Black person go out there, they don't know how to two-step. I am like out there like, dang, you can't even get the two-step right, like, bro. But in that case, you know what I'm saying? You just don't. There's times where you can avoid having to showcase that you don't have a rhythm. But if somebody just come up talking to you and they keep saying jokes from movies and stuff like,
I'm gonna say, what's wrong with you? Why are you quoting these movies?
But you don't know what they're talking about. You're probably like, this is a crazy person. He keep talking about Felicia and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. I clearly told him my name is Eli. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a whole different stuff.
If we add shows into this, technically, like, shows like A Different World were like cult classics, kind of. And if I was to quote that to you, you wouldn't know what I was talking about.
It depends on what you was talking about, Whitley.
You wouldn't know. All you remember is the scene when the people getting married. That's all you remember.
That ain't the only scene I remember, Whitley. But listen, man. Listen, I asked you. I said, how did the dog die? What happened? Where did she? How did her mama die in Crooklyn?
Wasn't she sick?
Okay, right. How many brothers did she have?
Well, no, you don't get to get one right and then you just move right along. That's not fair.
When you said sick, you didn't say what type of sick. I was looking for a specific.
You're talking about, didn't FMF Radio talk about, oh, you watched it, but you didn't really let it sink in. I got the meaning of the movie. I remember when she went and visited her family in the country and she didn't like it and she didn't feel like she finished. I remember the themes of the movie. I don't remember the script.
All right, but Alicia, I named a lot of movies. That was just one movie. You know what I'm saying? I named a lot of movies.
All the other ones you would name, aren't they hood movies?
No, they're not. Harlem Nights is not a hood movie. Poetic Justice, I said, it's not a hood movie. You know what I mean? What else I say? I said a whole bunch of non-hood
You,
movies.
you sit around quoting Poetic
Not a hood
Justice.
movie. Love and Basketball, not a hood
You
movie.
sit around quoting Love and Basketball.
Yeah, we quote them sometimes if we play basketball. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what it is. Poetic Justice, we quote that. You know, if me and you doing something, you know what I'm saying, and I quote it, but you don't get it. You don't get it, so I just don't quote it. You know what I mean? I just don't quote it.
Before you met me, you were sitting around quoting Poetic Justice and Love and Basketball.
No, I'm talking about with you. Like if we was doing different stuff, like I could say a quote from the movie, but you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, it'd be in context. So, like, if the environment and the situation that you in kind of match what happened in the movie, then you would say it to kind of like lighten the mood. But if you don't get it, then it's like it's awkward because it's like, oh, you didn't see that. Okay,
right.
You know what's more awkward? For music to start playing and then somebody look like a robot.
But they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that.
More awkward.
They don't have to. They don't have to get up and dance.
Me
They
not
can
catching
like,
your movie reference. That was more awkward and embarrassing.
They don't have to do that.
when you communicate with people, you got to communicate in a certain way. So it's like you got to talk, and if you don't understand these things or whatever, like you gonna get missed out.
But hey, look, if I said you told Harpo to beat me, you know what movie is that from?
That's clearly The Color Purple.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Look, see how you remember that? How many times you seen The Color Purple?
A few times, and I hated it. I don't like that movie.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't get the joke if we went to a comedy show and somebody made a joke out of you told Harpo to beat me. You know what I'm saying? You would laugh because you understand the reference, and that happened all of the time. Like with black people, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes those are a way for us to break the ice. Sometimes, like saying a joke from a movie, a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's times that you can hide having no rhythm, but you know, if you don't know these movies, you can't hide it when somebody say it to you. But ain't nobody gonna be like, hey, let me see a 12 count right now. You know what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody about to do that. You know what I mean? But if somebody might walk up to you as a joke, just say a quote from a movie, and you might be like, weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But he just, you know what I'm saying? Just saying a quote from a movie, like you just didn't get the context. You're like, yeah, some guy came up to me and said, I'm like, yo, that was from a movie. Like he was just joking with you. Like, oh, I thought he was a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me. That's just me. But I digress. As the platinum black card holder I am.
Go ahead.
I don't think because I am, unable to remember things that should be held against me. That's like a disability. I feel like you're holding it against me.
Well, let's not just say you. Let's just say anybody. Let's just say anybody. Let's just say another person.
Many of people have seen movies that they cannot quote.
Yeah, but I'm just saying plenty. Yes, but these are cult classics. Things that you should have seen multiple times. Things that have been on. If you ever watched BET at any point in your life, these movies were on there at least 100 times. You know what I'm saying? Like at least. So
just because it's on there didn't mean you had to watch it.
What else did we watch back in the day?
If you saw it once, you've seen it. You can keep it moving.
But
it's like saying,
why are they cult classics? Because people have watched them multiple times and keep watching them, and they remember stuff from them. That's why they're called cult classics, not just good movies. They're cult classics. They're on a list for cult classics. There's thousands of good movies. I'm not saying people should remember all the lines from good movies, but these cult classics that matter to the culture and help shape our culture, I feel like people should remember at least some of these movies and stuff about some of these movies because they help shape our culture.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with all that.
But
yeah. I think that the chat did say no rhythm, but I think that was a very biased reason why they said so. But I think everything else is leaning towards the not seeing or being able to quote classic movies or shows or just black media in general. Like, I think that's just how we operate, especially now. Like, a lot of the memes and a lot of the gifts or whatever that gets tossed around and stuff, all of that comes from a lot of the black media that we grew up with. You know what I mean? Even some of the new cats are like recreating things. Like, we got artists that they do videos and all the videos are based off of black culture that they grew up on. Like, you watch The Baby, he from Charlotte. Like, he just did a video that's based off of Friday. You know what I mean? So before that, I think he did like another one that was off I don't know, All About Benjamin. I forgot which one it was, but yeah, it's just embedded. I mean, it's not even just a rapper thing. It's like just you talking to somebody and something kind of fits the situation and you just make that reference. And it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to lighten the mood. It's supposed to break the ice. It's supposed to be an entryway to like, all right, it's almost like a testing the waters thing too, right? It's like, all right, cool. All right, this person has a similar taste and humor that I got. You know what I mean? So, all right, cool. Maybe I can rock with this individual. We can talk about some other stuff and get into some other stuff, whatever that we relate to. So, yeah. So, I think that might take the champion for top thing that you can get your black card revoked for.
Yes, sir.
With it. All right. Well, man, that this was a good one. Definitely got heated. Yeah, and everybody had good points. I think all of these, and again, I wish I would have. It doesn't let you scroll all the way, but just like Everyday Eli said at the beginning, this is just for fun, just for entertainment. We know black card it's not really a thing for real.
Right. I don't want to let him get away with it, but him and Tony have linked up and they're just refusing to listen to reason. So
well, first of all, that's
they're
what I
just
was
covering
saying.
each other, but whatever, we have to move on.
That's what I was saying in the earlier rounds because even though I said playing spades, I didn't think it should go over the soul food, but y'all argue me about the soul food. I said something about the hair wraps, y'all like, now braiding the hair is the cultural, you can sleep without letting the stuff on your hair. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all going against me then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, it's either way. You just vote how you vote. I'm not taking it personal. It's just vote how you vote. Even though, like I said, the soul food, I think should have been number one, but yeah,
we had soul food going.
If you go to a foreign country and cannot dance, they're gonna be like, "We thought you were black." They're gonna look at you sideways. If I start quoting Friday After Next, they're probably not gonna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but this the only thing though. When we started it, the only people that can revoke your black card is black people.
Facts.
That's what I'm talking about. If you go to a foreign country of other blacks, they're going to be like, what is going on?
I don't know.
You're not going to get your movie references.
Well, so it's kind of like,
do they got a black card in Africa or all these other Nigeria, all these other different places?
Yeah, that's a little different. Like, I think
you said Africa. Why would you need to specify Nigeria?
I'm just saying. I was just naming stuff out. You know what I mean? I went too far. My bad. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just naming places off the top of my head. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't worried about no black card out there. Only African Americans do this little black card joke. You know what I'm saying? They not worried about that. When I get like, what black card? What you talking about? They got the diamond black card. You feel me? They got the diamond. I'm at platinum. I'm African American. This titanium is as high as we can get. You know what I'm saying? But
they got their own stuff over there. I think they got like stuff that's for their culture. You know what I mean? That we have no clue about because it's different upbringing and stuff. So I don't think this applies to.
We should all be able to dance together.
We should.
But we know FMF can't. But whatever, we can move forward.
We should be able to dance together or just move your shoulders a little bit. I mean, it's cool, whatever you want to do. But also,
you know what I mean? It's not even just relegated to just black. Like you said in the beginning, we're not a monolith. So, so just because you from England or you in Nigeria or other places in Africa, there's like 54 countries in Africa, you know what I mean, with very different cultures, like very different. So they're not a monolith neither. So, and even within those countries, there's different tribes and different like classes in there. So it gets deep and stuff.
All of them can.
All I'm saying is that their rhythm might be different from another rhythm. Somebody in Liberia rhythm might be different from somebody in Nigeria. You know what I mean?
That's not true. Rhythm is rhythm. They may have different dance styles, different music, but rhythm is rhythm across the world.
Rhythm is
rhythm is rhythm, but there's different there's different ways to move to certain different sounds. So I mean, it is what it is. But you know, all I'm saying is, no, you probably can't do a Friday joke in Madagascar and it go off. You probably not. But you do it out here in America and stuff, and you don't know it. You talking to another Black American, you know what I mean, or you at least assuming you know that they're from America, and they don't get it and stuff. Whatever, that's an issue. That's all I'm saying.
Look, last one. What's this from? Eat the Cake anime.
Who this for? This for Everyday Eli?
I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I'm not being tested here on the show, all right? You just somebody who can't clap on beat, go to the finish line. I'm not beat right now. You no longer matters to me.
Oh man. You better move if I shoot you in your pinky toe. You better move if I shoot you in your toe.
Hey. That one should be an easy one. Hey, Blue Phoenix said she asked who needs to borrow her titanium black card. So, you know.
It's between them two. I already got my application in. I'm talking to them right now after the show. I'm going to go ahead and call in and see if they can.
No, I would like to know Blue Phoenix opinion, because I think she left the chat and came back. Which do you pick to win, Blue Phoenix? Do you pick rhythm or do you pick knowing cult classic movies?
And being able to reference them in everyday life.
Cult movies or having a rhythm. Thank you. The titanium card holder just said a rhythm. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Tell her to send us a picture of the titanium card now. I need to see it now. I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see it. All right, well, you know, that's all we have for this bracket. We appreciate everybody for coming through on a Saturday morning. That stopped through in the chat. I really can't see the chat because my joint been messing up all day, so I really can't shout none of y'all out. But Blue Phoenix, for sure, we definitely appreciate you for tuning in this morning. Ray, thank you. D, Demond, appreciate you for stopping through. Y'all gonna have to call the rest of them out. My joint tripping. But
yeah, we actually got Blue Phoenix calling in to the stage. Let me see if I can get her on. Let me see here. Oh, it says she joined. All right, I don't know what happened, but if she does end up coming on, I guess she had something to say about it. But yeah, we had a few people join in. Thank you to everybody that came through, shared your thoughts on there. Yeah, I'm trying to put it on, but it's saying I don't know what it's saying. It's saying that she joined, but she's not on here. I don't know what happened. All right, so Blue Phoenix, we trying to call in. Try it again real quick. I just added you on here, but it's not.
Nah, Amp been tripping all week.
I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, and also, if y'all ever want to call in, feel free to do so. We'd love to hear y'all opinion on any topics that we're on right now. So yeah, shoot. Other than that, unless we can get it on here real quick. Yeah, I don't know what happened. All right, well, we just gonna shut it down. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Like we said, appreciate y'all for stopping through. Everybody have a good, beautiful morning.
Thank you.
And
Yes, indeed.
follow us too. Follow Everyday Eli. She gonna be doing a show soon. Follow me. I got some shows coming up. Tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. But we got another show. We do another bracket. We do some relationship talk, and we play a little game. Oh, and we got our other co-host. We're going to really see if he really going to do the karaoke challenge. He going to sing the first verse of Britney Spears. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow evening. And yeah, we appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. Talk That Talk Radio. We signing out. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.